Hello friends, it's Connie here from the Daily Life of Creativity, and today we are working on this festive mini album using the Tinsel Time collection. So if you have this in your stash, get it out so we can create a festive mini album for you to document all your um, fun things that you did in December or past Christmases, okay? Of course, I also wanted to let you know that I will have the kit available. Everything that I use here should be available in my Etsy shop. I will go ahead and link it in the description box below. The clip, though, is not part of the kit, but you can purchase it. I can go ahead and add it as an add-on if you want to go ahead and add it. I love adding little paper clips to my albums. There's also different ones that you can see that I have available, okay? But before I get into the instructions of this, I will also have the instructions list available to you for you to purchase. That would be another way of supporting me, guys. I would really love it if you do that. These instructions are going to have photos of everything that I did here and also a step-by-step breakdown um, of the measurements of everything that you need to do for this mini album, okay? This video is really long, but I did left everything in that you needed to. I took my time. I took my time creating the album. So if you want to watch it in parts, I would really appreciate it if you do. And so yeah, or if you're creating this mini album with a different collection, you're welcome to do that. I am so happy that you're here. But yeah, let's flip through the mini album so you can see what you're getting yourself into if you want to see. For the cover page, we are doing the word festive. I did a circle, a little cluster of embellishments, like a little scene. With I wanted to use that doodle pop. I thought it was so adorable, super cute. And then you get in here, you have the Dear Santa. You have some flip pages for you to add some 3x4 photos, more 3x4 photos, a larger photo, and then you also get a spot for journaling. Okay, and then in here, this one says home for the holidays. You can add a 3x4 photo here, and everything that you see here is pretty much on foam adhesive for me. That is the reason why it's so chunky. The white photo mats, this is where you will add your photos. Since I don't have any photos printed as of now, let me go ahead and move the collection out so you can see better. So since I don't have any pictures printed as of now, I just did white photo mats, okay? You will see all the measurements for this. And then here you can add 2x2 photos, okay? This, and then 3x4s, 4x6. And like I said, everything is on foam adhesive, so you can slide those photos in. If you decide to add your photos right away, go ahead. Let's see here. More 3x4 photos, just embellishments. And then when you finish adding your photos, you will have a lot left over of the embellishments that come in the kit. Also, if you decide to support me, which would truly make my day, after you add your photos, if you want to create little clusters on top of the photos that have empty spaces on them, I do recommend for you to use your little pieces, enamel dots. Like I sprinkle some enamel dots here and there, but not much, and I still have more left over, okay? And there's also a lot of pieces from the odds and ends. And then this page right here, we do have a picture here for the Christmas tree, which is a large photo. So when you open it, it's something like this. See, when you open this, which is super cute, and then you flip open in here, and then you add larger photos. It's like a family photo acrylic word with some snowflakes and stockings. I did end up adding the tags right here because I think they're super cute. Oh, I think it, okay, there you go. I think it was the glue. So you can add extra journaling or add some little smaller photos, create more clusters, and then a Merry Christmas little note. Maybe if you want to reflect on that Christmas, write a cute short message for that special someone. If you have any friends that are beginners and would love to try out on how to make a mini album, invite them over, guys. Sometimes it's by word of mouth, and as friends we share with each other, And if you are in the crafting community, that's the way it works sometimes, right? We do love sharing with each other what we do, what we make. And I hope you enjoy this process. And thank you once again for stopping by. I created this mini album with a lot of love. So let me show you what comes in the kit if you decide to purchase it from me. You will get odds and ends, which comes with 187 pieces. You do not need all of them. You just need a few. You need a 6x6 paper pad. I only used a few papers from here to mat my white photo pages, photo mats. So you won't really use this one, but it's left over for you to mat your photos, right? That's what I did. That was the idea of it. And then to create other projects if you want to. We also use the mini icons. You get 5 words. You get festive for the cover, family photo, home for the holidays, holiday traditions, and Christmas tree. And then you also get a chipboard piece, which you would cut. You will see me cutting it with a dull blade in the beginning. I have a blade for paper and I have a blade for chipboard. Just pass it multiple times to cut. I also gave you 3 white papers that are 110-pound cardstock. These are heavy. These are the ones that I use for building the pages. You also get some Doodlebug coordinating cardstock. I got it in white. These are like textured cardstock, okay? So you got these colors right here, red, white, green, and teal. And then you also get 4 extra papers here, like the Tinsel Time 8755, Giving, which is 8766, which is this one with the tags. You also get the 8760, Very Merry, with the polka dots, which we use. You saw those cards from here and the journaling spots. We cut this up, which is the Christmas candy paper. And then you will also need the Essentials kit by Tinsel Time. This one comes with that sticker sheet, the love words, some mini brads, the doodle pop, and the enamel dots. So that's what comes in this kit. I think it's a fully chunky kit filled with so many things, and you get to create this mini album and still have a lot of things left over to play. So yeah, enjoy guys. I love you all. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is to ensure that the chipboard is cut. So you will receive a piece of chipboard that is 11.5 by 8.25. Okay. And we are going to be trimming this chipboard at 5.25 by 5.25, leaving the spine to be 1 inch. Okay. So this chipboard is pretty thick. I think it's about 80 points or 70 points. I love my chipboard to be thick so my albums look professional. So if you have like a dull blade, this will work great. I just pass it a couple times over and over, and that helps it. Okay. A little bit. There you go. That will work. So 5.25 inches by the length of it, of course, which is 8.25. It's gonna be a pretty large little album. It's gonna be full of fun things. Let's do another 5.25. All right. Let's see something. All right. So there you go. Just flip it on the other side and use one of your blades that is dull. I have this one to cut my chipboard, and then I have this one to cut my paper. Or sometimes I cut my chipboard with that really big one that I use to cut packaging. But it's a little dull right now. I need a new one. So the spine of the album is going to be 1 inch, 1 inch, and then the pages are going to be 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay. So 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. All right. So this is the part that you get to decide if you want to use liquid glue or double-sided tape to put on your chipboard pieces. For me, I'm going to go ahead and use the liquid glue today. Let's switch it up a little. Usually I'm using double-sided tape, but today I will go ahead and use some liquid glue. This is some really good liquid glue. Barely Arts Precision Craft Glue. I'll go ahead and add it in the link. A cherry on top started carrying it too. So if you want to get it there, you can. And to wrap the chipboard, we are going to be using papers 8759 Snow Brights. And you are going to need another little piece, which is 8755 Tinsel Time. Okay. And with my cover guide tool, I'll just go ahead and place it in the corner to ensure that everything is lining up properly. All right, so ensure that you add your glue all over. So, how have you guys been up to for the holidays? I know Christmas is right here, but I wanted to ensure that I share this project just to inspire you all to see if you guys have the collection already or are you playing along with another new collection. I know Doodlebug has a new one this year, but um, this is the one I'm using right now. I have had this collection in storage for a year due to I created some projects last year, but time caught up on me and I did not get to release that. So this time around, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and just create a mini album, my style, my way. And I hope that you like it too. So I'll go ahead and put the spacer right here just to leave the right amount. And we're going to be adding the spine, okay? The 1 inch spine. Ensure that you add the glue all over so the paper adheres nicely. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I think I want to add some stitching to this. I love using my sewing machine. I feel like it just makes the project so pretty, but we will see. Maybe I don't add it to the chipboard, but it gets added to the papers that are going to go on top. And here I'll go ahead and move this over once again. And place that here. And then as you can see here, just like an album that I have done before, you still need another strip of paper. Let's just go ahead and do the paper here. I don't want to. Okay, so snowflakes. I was thinking of doing the snowflakes part, so I'm just adhering that paper one time to here with the snowflake background facing here, of course. Oops, we want to ensure that that is glued. Okay. Now let's add the glue to this part here. Right. With the spacer, add your chipboard. There you go. Remove the spacer, press this down. Sometimes I use my hands to press it down. Sometimes I use this little roller that I have from Cricut and I just roll it on top of the chipboard to ensure that everything is adhering properly, right? I'm just marking with a pencil with this, and I will let you know right now the measurements, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this one here, even though it's also a little, but we're gonna make it work. All right, and let's turn this on the other side. Oh boy. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw a line. If you don't want to go through this way, I recommend for you to cut the two smaller pieces, then adhere them. I sometimes I do things the hard way and I learn, right? It's perfectly fine to do things the hard way the first time. All right, so let's see if I can straighten that up. Oh boy. All right, so this is a little over, and I want to ensure I give you guys the right measurements. Just go ahead and use my scissors. So tip for you guys, since you're going to have the measurements already, ensure that you trim this first, then this, then adhere it. All right, should be like this. So you have the colorful rainbow, I mean the colorful, yes, rainbow snowflakes, and then you have the solid here. Okay. And the next tip for you would be always ensure that you know where your pattern is looking. Ensure that your pattern paper is facing the right way here. This is going to be in the inside. So It does not matter to me at this time. All right, so for this paper, of course, you're going to need the complete 12 inches, right? Yes, you're going to need the complete 12 inches. So that's going to be 12 inches by 9 and 7/8. Okay. And then for this is, you can do it at 2 inches by 9 and 7/8. All right. The other thing that I have here, if you want to ensure that you use the same paper and you just want to bring that over here, that works too. That leftover paper from the 12 by 12 paper, which is the 8759 Snow Bright. So you don't have to dip into the other paper. You can use it for something else. But for me, I wanted that difference. For some reason, I just love having different pattern papers on my album. So, but if you want to go ahead and use that, the bottom part from this paper can easily go here to complete that album chipboard. Okay. Now we are going to go ahead and trim the corners. If you don't have a cover guide tool, which is one of my favorite things to use, I will cut the corners at an angle, and this leaves about 1/8 of an inch. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and position this better. And everything that I'm using, guys, I will go ahead and leave in the description box below, because I want to ensure that if you guys want to get it, you guys can, no problem. So you see that it leaves the perfect 1/8 of an inch right there to cover that chipboard. Oh, let's get that blade in there. If you don't have a rotary blade, you just have a regular blade, that works too. You can just go like this. Probably even easier, to be honest. I feel like this gets chunky. I do like using it for other things, but right now it's getting in the way of my chipboard. So let's go ahead and use just a regular blade. Or if you want to too, this is another option. You know, these are just the tools that I always use, that I have in hand. You get a pencil, you mark it off with your ruler, whatever you're using, and of course you trim it off with your scissors, and boom, you're done. All right, so for this part, we are going to be adding some adhesive. I will go ahead and come in with my double-sided tape, of course. And then after, I will also add some liquid glue. I just want to ensure that this is adhering properly. I don't want anything lifting, anything creasing, anything just going anywhere. I just want to ensure that everything is good. Okay. And I'm just using a little washi cutter. These little washi cutters are from my shop. Usually, these are the little planner girlies who love to cut washi tape in their planners or projects. But I use it as a tape cutter, especially this type of tape. If you don't have a washi cutter, use whatever you have in hand, guys. But I do have them available in my shop in all colors. Well, some colors under the paper clips and washi cutters tab. If you would like to get yourself one, I do recommend it. It makes my life a little easier than it would if I didn't have any. So yeah, just going around all four corners, ensuring that that tape is adhering to the paper, and then cutting that with my washi cutter. Let's go ahead and continue with doing this step. And I would also like to know in the comments if this is your first time working on a mini album, or have you done this before? Are my instructions clear? You know, guys, if you want to send me an email, send me an email. I'll go ahead and leave my email also in the description box below. So you guys can send me a personal message in regards to anything, you know. I'm open to getting better. So this is what I love doing. So there you go. Just ensuring that every piece has. Are you guys watching any Christmas movies? Did you guys go shopping already? Oh my gosh. For me, shopping is not done. I have not done any shopping. I mean, I have just been in my own world, but I just have Savannah to shop for. So there you go. And she's fairly easy. So there you go. Okay. So we have this. Now we're going to go ahead and press the tape down with one of your bones, whatever you have in hand. We're working with our tools. We have everything in your stash. Don't stress yourself out trying to get all these tools. Sometimes the simple things are what works, you know? Let me just cut that here. I want to ensure that that is clean. There you go. All right. All right. To crease this paper, I love doing this. I saw even Carolina from Carolina's Crafts doing this. She loves pressing her paper down on the table before adhering it. I just find it easier. I love that she does it too. I think after I saw her doing that, I was like, oh, that is something I can try. So this is definitely something that I got from her. Instead of just creasing my paper with the bone right away, I don't do that anymore. All right, with this little pokey tool here, whatever you have in hand, if it's your hand, if you're using liquid glue, this step doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my backing for the tape. And since I already pressed it down, I want to ensure that it is I should have done the other side. Let's do this side first. Let's move the first one here. There you go. Done. All right. So we are going to just reinforce. Well, I am going to do that with the liquid glue, just in the little corners right here where that chipboard meets. And then a little spread right here. Press that down onto your table. And then with the tool right here, just go ahead and press the corners in. Ensure that everything is adhering and nothing is lifting. If you have all the glue, double-sided tape or liquid glue in there, right? Make it look nice. Press that down. And let's do the other side. Just repeat the same process. Add some glue right here, glue right here. And let's press that down into the table again. Enjoy doing that, guys. There you go. Press that down. Ensure those little corners right here are tucked in. Just want to ensure that that is adhering. There you go. And then now we're moving on to the bottom. So we did side to side, no top and bottom, right? Just a little glue, nothing much. Just to do a little reinforcement, right? We want to ensure that this album looks nice and professional and nothing falls apart when you're done. All right, let's press this down. It's looking good. And let's do the other side now. And we are done with covering this chipboard so far. Let's press this baby down. Ensure that the little corners are in. They're not coming out. You see, they're in here. They're in. Good. Press that down. Oh, then comes let's go. There you go. All right, so that is looking good, right? So now we're looking like this. This is what our chipboard looks like. For inside the cover, we are going to use I really want to use this paper. I think it's beautiful. And I think we might just need to trim it a hair off, like not a lot, just a little bit. Or if you want to do the red side, go ahead and do so too, right? Okay, so let me trim that. If you have your measuring sheet, you should know exactly the measurements that are supposed to be for here. And this is paper 8756 Jolly Old Saint Nick. Trim that at 8 1/8 by 11 3/4. Eight and 1/8 by 11 3/4. You can add double-sided tape to this or add liquid glue. That is your choice. I want to add double-sided tape on this part. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so now I'm guessing I see the little snowflakes in the background. Should I just carry on with the snowflake theme and just do Santa? Okay, so this is your option. This is where you decide, like, okay, do I want the red or do you want Santa? Okay. The more I looked at him, the more I love him. So let's do Santa. And I will go ahead and just add double-sided tape to this. I will be right back. You're not going to miss anything, guys, because this is going to take a while. And I'm trying to keep this video a little shorter, more informational only, not too much in between. I'm trying my best. Sometimes I think that leaving certain things it's important, but not everything, right? So I'm just using my thickest tape that I have in my stash right now, double-sided tape. If you have like 2-inch tape, oh, go crazy. I'm jealous of you right now. 4-inch tape, that is so much easier. I just don't have any at hand right now. I need to get some tape. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Let me go ahead and speed this up or cut it off. All right, guys, so we are all done with this process. My washi tape has a little, cutter has a little tape on it. I can clean that. And just press it down. If you guys don't like mouse ears, I don't know who wouldn't, but I love them. I have them in so many colors. There's also a little kitty, a little shimmery kitty. I love kitties. I need to do a dog one. That one would look so cute too. I think I had a puppy one. I think it sold out. Yes. All right, let's see here. All right, so we press that down. This is probably going to be the hardest part. Well, one of them, because then adhering the pages is also going to be not so hard. We're not going to do hinges. We're just going to adhere the paper straight into the album with the heavy cardstock. So we don't have to worry about that, okay? But if you don't try it, how are you going to get better, right? Trying it over and over again makes you get better. All right, so what I will do first is remove the tape from one side, line it up, ensure that it is straight, and then I will pull every single backing off, right? So I always start with just one corner, but ensure that your cover is facing the right way. So I want it to open this way. This is the trim. It's going to be on my right hand side, and then now go ahead and add your little Santa Claus pattern paper. Okay, so ensure that the pattern paper, everything is facing the right way before you adhere. That is one of the things that I fight the most with, trying to ensure that all the pattern paper is going the right way. I'm just adding some liquid glue in that gap that we just left, since I didn't want to overlap the tape. Getting in the corners right there. All right, so ensure that this is centered. And I look for a surface that is type of straight, like that's the reason why I love using this score and trim board. This is one of my favorites. I love the big handle, but I also love that it has like a whatever scoreboard you have that will work, to place things to ensure that they're straight. All right, so right there is looking like it's looking good. Oh, it's down. Okay, so make sure that you're lifting that up. Let's cut that right here. That tape is All right, so that is lifted already. Ensure you're lining it up with all the other three corners. And then when that looks good to you, press that down. Okay. This is okay. There you go. Press that corner in. That's going to be your starter. Everything else looks good. Okay, and then from your starter right here, you just start lifting that tape. Press all the way down. Okay. And everything else should be straight now. Nothing should be twisted. Everything should be good. Let's remove the backing. All right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the backing for every single piece, and then just press that down and then add some liquid glue where I want it, where I see something is missing. If I see that tape running over a little, just tuck in that in to the paper. We don't want, we want to ensure that it is clean as possible, neat as possible. Let's remove this board from here for a minute. Oh, it's looking nice, guys. It's gonna look nice. All right. All right, just press that down and we are good. Make sure that the tape is tucked in before you do all of that. And then for in here, we are going to be finding that spine, right? Do it gently. Press it down. Okay, let me see here. Maybe it might be better if I have this bone. Ensure that that tape is adhering. Don't press too hard. You don't want all your hard work to tear. Okay, so just, there you go. Let's just ensure that I think it's just doing that because we have that bulk of the paper up here. But there you go. See, so far everything looks good. Don't try to press too hard. Okay, that one right there. this one right here. There we go. Push that tape down. Tape is not adhering. All right. Roll that, roll it, roll it, roll it. All right, so ensure that that is creasing. There you go. So now you have your album. Everything is adhering properly. Nothing is lifting. And it looks good. The outside looks good. The inside looks good. And just pressing gently. Don't press too hard, guys. You don't want to tear the paper, okay? I know your impulse is to just like get the paper in there. Don't do it. Just take your time. You're gonna be so sad if that paper tears. I know I am when that happens to me. I still get that happening to me. It takes practice. Sometimes it just happens. Even after doing it so many times, it just happens, you know? So just go ahead and just do it gently. Ensure that that paper is creasing. See? Sometimes I also add the paper from left to right or right to left. And then when I'm removing the tape, I crease, then adhere, then I crease, then adhere. But this time around, I just stuck it down all at once, okay? Which is perfectly fine, as you can see here. You just have to be more patient with the scoring part. You don't want to tear your project, okay? And then here, you can also score gently. Don't do it too hard. And here you can also score gentle, right, guys? When I'm barely putting any pressure. I'm just passing it by the score lines where I left the spaces, okay? So I'm not pressing that hard. I just want the contact with the tape to touch each other so they can be, okay? Yeah, so just very, very softly. And this is what your album looks like. See, no creasing, everything looks good. All right, so now I'm going to start with building the, something here has not glued, it keeps lifting. I am going to start by building now the pages that are gonna go in here, okay? In this kit, you're going to get a few papers that are not from Doodlebug, but they're 110-pound cardstock. They're very good paper. This is by Harmony Hues, this paper right here, and it is 300 grams. So it's like, I think it's grams, right? What is that? 110-pound cardstock. And those are the papers that we are going to do. We are going to cut to create the pages, okay? So that's our next step. Okay, so let's move on to the pages. All right, guys, so we are back and we are building the pages, okay? In this kit, you will get some really heavy cardstock, like I told you guys earlier. This is 110-pound cardstock. Let's trim this at 8 1/8. Just follow your number instructions on your sheet. And I'm doing it this way so we can keep this piece, okay? This piece can be for something fun. Let's see what we do with it. You're gonna trim both pages at 8 1/8 by 12. All right, see, now we have two pieces that are very useful. It can be for photo mats or just different things I'm thinking right now. And the first one is going to be, I'm just gonna go ahead and trim that. The first one is by 11. Now I'm gonna go ahead and score the first one. Just follow the measurements on your guide. All right. Just gonna go ahead and fold that. Something like that. And then the second one, it's already 8 by 1/8. And we are going to trim that at, let's see here. Keep every scrap you have, guys. Don't throw them away. Let's score on the long side always. The longest side always. Okay. We are going to just do 2 scores on this one here. And I love using the little stylus pen for this part. It just gets right in there. It comes with 3 different sizes, and I think I'm using the largest one. Let me see here. Yes, the embossing stylus. It comes with 3 different sizes, and I'm using the larger one. It just works great. Let's go ahead and fold that with your hand. So these are your pages for your album, guys. Something like this. So what we're just move that out of the way. Let's bring this little mat in. This is my little mat where I do all my messes. Okay, so let's get that. I think this is the 1/2 inch tape. I start with double-sided adhesive. Remember, these pages are gonna get heavy, so you want to ensure that you are adhering them properly. Adding the glue. Where is it? Adding double-sided tape, your favorite type of glue. You know, your red line tape, your liquid glue, whichever one you have in hand, the best glue you have. All right, and then it's gonna be pressing down, of course. And the second one is gonna have it in the middle. This is also 1/2 inch. I would love it if you guys buy the guide. It is available in my Etsy shop. You get the instructions, you get the photos, you get everything of the completed project, okay? And it's affordable. If you already have the collection, you can definitely get the print guide and then just follow along. Okay, I would love your support, guys. Thank you so much. All right, so it should look something like this. You have double-sided tape adhesive on both sides. And I am thinking, oh, I am thinking of making this one my first page. So the one that the half of an inch is in the middle. Let's do that. And this part is going to be fun. We're gonna have to ensure that it is straight, you know. I'm placing that right here against my board so I can get that straight. The good thing is the length of this is the same length of this. So that right there should be a good guide, right? Right there should be a good guide. Let's press the tape down. Let's remove that backing. Add some liquid glue. If you want to ink your pages, you can. You can have fun, guys. You can do as much as you want to with this. And remember, it is the same length. So just ensure that it is. All right, let's see where the next one is gonna go. It's gonna go right here, right? Yes. And then the second page is gonna go right next to this one, okay? That half of an inch is gonna go right next to this one. So it's gonna be something like this. Or if you want it facing out, it can be something like this. So it's like that. Let's do that. That flip page is gonna be facing out. Adding liquid glue, ensuring that that is adhering because this is pretty thick cardstock. And then when we add the embellishments and all the pictures and all the fun things, it is going to be heavy. Okay, let's see that here. Should be the same length of this paper too, so ensure that those are aligning together. There you go. Press that down. So now you have your pages here. Okay. Scored perfectly. So it should look something like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and press that down. Okay. Yeah, what's going on here? That one's lifting. Okay, where's the score thing? Right here. There you go. We just want to ensure that that is sticking down, staying where it needs to be, staying put, right? And pass it over and over again. Just do it nice and like light, not too heavy. You don't want to be pressing on your paper to the point that you damage your paper, right? Let's turn it this way and then pass it this way. All right, so those are the pages that I'm building right here. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do next. All right. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, should look something like this. All right. All right, so now this is the base of that album so far. Please let me know if you're following along. We built the pages, wrapped the chipboard, and this is where we are now. So let's see what else we're gonna add to these pages, and then we can continue. All right, guys, so we are back. Let's create some flip pages. So there's going to be a flip page here. And I am thinking something in here, but we will see. Okay, just to make it as fun as we can, interactive. And the measurement should be on the first page. The flip page would let you know. And then we're gonna go ahead and score. All right, so this is going to be right in the front page of your album. This is gonna go right here. So this is the front on the first page. We're gonna go ahead and adhere this one here. All right. So it's gonna be like a fun flip up. Let's add some double-sided tape and liquid glue and adhere that, right? Oh no, this is not that thick. This is the thinnest one. This is thicker. I think that one is 1 inch. This one is half of an inch. Adding that double tape, cutting it with my washi cutter, adding some double-sided tape, like liquid glue, I mean. Just repeating the same process that I did when I'm adhering it to the spine. Just to ensure that everything is adhering. And then we are going to adhere that. Ensure that your pattern paper is facing the right way. So we want this at the top. Let's add some liquid glue. Just go ahead and pass my finger so everything is nice and clean my finger off. All right. That's good. So at the top, it's nudged all the way to the top of the page. But on each side, you can see that there is a little white border, okay? Which is going to get covered with pattern paper, which is fine. So I would say around 1/8 of an inch, right? Something like that. There you go. So this one has a fun flip up. Woohoo! So we're just building the pages for now, right? Okay, I feel like I want to do something fun in here also. There's room for playfulness. So let's see, after cutting that paper, let's see what we're left with. Okay, so okay. Let's see, 8.5, 4.25, 4.25. Let's cut this 4.25. So that leftover paper should be 8.5 by 7.25. 8.5 by 7.25. On the 8.5 side, we are going to cut at 4.25. Yeah, half 4.25. Yeah, come on, come on. Now we do it. Let's see. Oof. This seems a little too small, but I can make that work. Oh, that would be fun. Right? There you go. All right, so you end up with the papers that are measuring 4.25 by 7.25. Okay. Quarter of an, 4.5 of an inch. Square 1/2 of an inch on the 4.25 side. And these are going to mirror each other, right? I feel like a nice photo can be fitted here and a nice title. The more photos we can add, the better. The better. Going back to add some of that double-sided tape. Now trying to center this in the pages, that's going to be fun. Oh God, it's not fun. All right, so just repeating the same step, cutting that off. All right, let's see how we're gonna go ahead and center these babies right here. Ensure your pattern paper is facing the right way. This is your first page, it flips up. This is the inside of your first page, and that's where they're going to live, right? Right here. And we are going to center this as much as we can. Right here, you can add, I would say, a 3x4 photo nicely. Even if you have it matted on paper, it will fit really nice, see? And then you can add a title, embellishment cluster. I love creating embellishment clusters, so leaving spaces like that for my clusters makes me happy. Or if you want to add a journaling tag, we have a lot of embellishments with this kit. And I'm sure you're probably going to have something left over to create other fun stuff. Just adding some liquid glue. Okay, sticky. All right, so the first one, let's see. I'm just eyeing this, guys. If you want it to come down a little more so it's center, go ahead and do so. But my first one is at here at, I would say 3/8 of an inch. And then the bottom is 1/2 of an inch. So it's a little off there, but I don't mind it. It looks nice. When you add all your papers and your embellishments, it's going to look so cute and create different layers. That's not gonna matter, right? So try to center it so it's more like, I get 7/16, I guess it would be the next step, but it's 3/8 and 1/2 of an inch. I don't mind. Or if you want the 1/2 of an inch at the top and the 3/8 at the bottom, do so. Liquid glue. Just rubbing my fingers on the table to clean my fingers. All right. Oh gosh. Maybe we want to do like a little mark, right? So they're the same. Or we can try to do it roughly around the same. They can be brother and sisters. They don't have to be twins. Even twins are not similar, guys. Right? Even twins have different things about them that are, you can't tell them apart. Oh gosh. Hopefully you're laughing at that one because I thought it was funny. All right, let's face this baby this way and face it this way so you can see that line and ensure that everything is straight. There you go. And then now we got roughly 1/2 of an inch and 3/8 of an inch. Woo, we did it. It was not that hard. Just a little line with pencil. And that was my guide. See, pencil and eraser is your best friend sometimes to ensure that everything is lining up perfectly. All right, so here, so remember guys that these are all this will all come in your kit, all the heavy cardstock to do these pages. Okay, so it's something like this now, and you should still have some left over. You still have those 3 pieces left over. You see, we will see what we do with those. Keep those on the side, and we're gonna, for sure, I'm thinking of adding some, if you have magnets at home, guys, add magnets. When the paper starts getting a little heavier, I'm hoping that it stays closed, but the magnets should be something that I won't be adding to this kit because then it can get a little more expensive if I add the magnets to the kit. But if you have magnets at home, or if you would like to purchase them, I get a really good deal on Amazon, or Cherry on Top also have some. I just got them to try them. I'm gonna go ahead and use them with this project. Let's see, where did I put them? These ones are by 49 on Market, large magnet closures. But to be honest with you, these are only 8. There's only 8 large magnets coming here. This would be a project for me and done. So I do recommend for you to look on Amazon for magnets. If you would like me to send you the one that I have here, that I bought, this box, let me know. I will send that over to you so you can have it for future projects. Okay. All right. So this is what this is looking like. What do you think so far? Leave me a comment. Let me know If you are here, if you're struggling with something, send me a message. I'm gonna help you. Okay, I'm here to help. There you go. So first page, inside of that first page we have two flips, and then we go to the middle page. Nothing is here. We're gonna do something fun, and then this one flips open. All right, and then this is gonna hold a lot of photos, and of course we're gonna do fun things here in the covers. Okay, so let's start matting the album. Okay, that's our next step. We can go from there. So that was it for the pages. Let's go to matting. All right, so we're gonna start matting the pages now, and let's start with this first one, the flip one. We are going to cut paper to mat here. So I will be using the 8755 Tinsel Time paper. If you guys want to go ahead and ink the edges so it's not so white, you guys can do that. I don't want to do that at this time. And you can use either pattern. Both of them are beautiful, but I'm thinking of sticking to the snowflakes on the teal side. Or yes, we're gonna mat this red just to continue with the colors that are already here. I think that looks nice. And I'm leaving like a nice border all around the white paper. It looks really nice. And remember that everything will be listed in the instructions. Next one I am grabbing is the 8760 Very Merry. All right, and we're gonna also cut a little strip for here. And remember that that is half of an inch, so I'm just gonna trim that just a little under. We don't want the white paper here. I just want to go ahead and add that there. Maybe this length. Maybe I'm thinking something longer. I'm not sure yet. Let's just wait. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the flip pages. 7 by 3.5. So that's gonna be 7 by 3.5. Three and a half. And this paper I'm using is Tinsel Town with the Christmas trees and then the houses on the other side. I really want to go ahead and cut the cards apart. This is the 8764 Christmas candy paper. You have the candy on one side and then all these cards on the other. This one for me is always a little hard because I want to use both sides. So, but in this kit, if you already have some at home, then you can use the candy paper to mat, and then if you have two, also use the journaling cards to add to your mini album, which I will be doing to this one here. So I definitely want the Dear Santa and the Merry Christmas. And then the other cards are perfect also to tell little stories, write little messages, things like that. See? These are so pretty. And then this one's also, they're perfect to add like next to photos, tuck them into spaces if you want to keep the journaling private from, sometimes people flip through your album, so you don't really want them to read through the stories that are meant for special persons. So I like to hide my journaling sometimes, most of the times, to be honest. Okay. I don't really like the shopping list, but that's up to you guys. I love the shopping list. I wish it was lined. And also, I mean, I like it. It's just not what I'm thinking today. I'm thinking of this too. Like Dear Santa in the beginning, Merry Christmas. Mm-hmm. These are the middle pages. So remember, this is the first page, inside the first page, and this is the middle. We're matting with this too. I want to keep them the same. I love the way they look. If you notice, I'm just cutting all the papers first, and then I will go ahead and adhere everything at once when I'm done cutting. That's just the way I like doing it. Plus, I feel like it saves some time and it looks more you know, cohesive to see what papers you're adding to the album. That's just the way I love doing it. It's up to you if you want to go page by page to decide what you're doing. On this little strip right here, I trimmed this little paper here. And it's roughly about 3/8 of an inch, because I don't want it to be half of an inch and it's coming out on the sides, or I like it to leave a little gap in between so it looks nice and clean. Just gonna put that in here. Okay, this page right here is a leftover strip from when you cut this to here, and this little strip, and it is 2 inches by 7 7/8. I want to use the polka dot paper again. All right, so that's what, no, we need 2 more for in here, and also a little strip. I'm gonna start clipping the papers so they don't move. I want them to be where I want them to adhere, you know? There you go. I'm gonna, okay, let's put this in here. We're gonna need, all right. I'm just gonna clip all this together for now. There you go. And I will need 2 more of this, because remember, we need 2 for the front, 2 for the back. And this is our little strip that's going here. And then now we need 2 pages in here, right? And also the little strip. So let's do it. Where we have a lot of papers that are like this. This is paper 8761, 3 trimmings. All right, so we have 2 now for this. I'm just sliding that underneath here so I keep it in place and it's not getting confused with all my other pieces that I have left over. Let's use the same pattern paper for the spine. 3/8, right? Half of an inch, 3/8. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna keep these 2 little papers together. I know one is for out and one is for inside. And this is where you start layering your papers to make them fun. Add some borders like this, maybe on top of this paper. You know, use your scraps to have fun. There you go. We also have the trees. We'll see. All right. Let's cut to here. Let's see what we're gonna use. Okay, so I love that there's Santa in the front. We'll see what we do here. I'm just placing things. If you have a Merry Christmas, maybe in the back, right? Oh, let's just leave that there. And with this too, the shopping list, shopping list, and the Christmas memories, I want to use this here, okay? And they're gonna have a nice little border. I love the way it pops, so pretty. Okay. We need a strip for the outside here, since it's not covering all the white paper pattern. I mean the white background. We have this strip of paper here that we had left over, or this one here. Let's use this piece. If you're trimming things the way they are in the booklet, you should have the same papers, or maybe you're changing them around. You know, we're allowed to do that. What really matters is the base of it, the pages, that's it. But the design, when it comes to like embellishing and just, that's where you get to put in your own twist to things, right? See, that would be cute. Let's put that there. There. That's perfect. All right. Oh, it's gonna look so nice when it's all at here and embellishments come through. All right. If you've seen my albums before, you know I like to add little flip tags to them. Maybe we can do that for some of the embellishments. I mean the pattern papers that we have just cut. So what I like to do is just insert them. Like if I cut two at the same time, score in the middle, and then one is tucked in under the background paper and one is at the top with some ribbon or twine or something that makes it cute. So you melt my heart. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. And you still have all these papers right here. but I will be using those to create photo mats. And so when you add your photos, they're going to have a nice um, border, like 1/8 or quarter of an inch, depending on how big or small you want your photos. Okay. Some of them we can add 3x4s, we can add 2x2s. We can see if we can do 4x6 photos. Five. Let's play, and then we get to see what we're gonna do. Okay. All right, guys. So I decided that in the middle, I want to create a little scene, maybe with the word festive. I think this is gonna look so beautiful. And festive is shimmery, and it picks up from the reds and the snowflakes. I'm thinking that this is 4.5. So let's I'm using this little circle trimmer from We Are Memory Keepers to cut my circles, and this little how do you call that? It is a rotating cutting mat. I love it. So you work with what you have. If you have a cricket, a silhouette, that works great too. The first circle is with a 4.5 circle. I use a paper from here, from the 6x6 paper pad, and it's the one that has those little numbers in the back. Okay. From the white paper that we get in the kit, we're just gonna cut a 5-inch circle, right? All right. Oh, I didn't cut it properly. I needed to put a little more tension into it. The first one cut really nice, so this might be my bad, guys. Just trimming that away closer to me in the light so I can see the line. So there you go. This is a 5-inch circle. I do want to have that trim around. I think it looks nice. If you want to go ahead and ink the edges here, you can. I think I will. I'm not sure exactly what color I would do, but of course I'm going to show you guys since we're working on this. This is a craft with me video, right? It's going to be like a little scene right here with this. So this is the way my brain works, guys. You see, I cut all the papers and I came back to this. No, I'm going to go back to doing something else because I'm just gathering things, trying to see where it's gonna go, what's gonna go next. I want to create something fun here. Let's create I'm thinking maybe using some of those tags to add here. The tags are from the 8766 gift giving paper, and use any tag that you want. I will go ahead and trim some of those. Okay, let me get my little rotating cutting tool here, and I'll go ahead and link this in the description box below if you want them. I think they're marketed for even for if you love like painting. I'm great for quilting, paper crafting, like decorating cakes, and just whatever you want to do. If you need to rotate something, I guess that's what it's for. And I've used it to cut circles all the time. So it just works great. Or when I'm embellishing something and I want to rotate it and I don't want to lift up my papers or my project, that's what I do. Okay, so this is looking nice, guys. You see, I even have this little mug here. What if we put that in the middle of that scene? But no, we have all these cute little embellishments here, like the little tree, everything. We're gonna create a cute little scene. Okay, all right. And we also have some brands that we can switch things up. All right, friends, let's go ahead and start adhering things, right? To see where we're at and to see what we're gonna do next, right? So liquid glue, the craft glue from Barely Arts, and this one's right here. I'm gonna center. Remember, all of them have like a border around, so they will look nice. All right. I'm adding the red cardstock here on this base. All right. Next page. I'm gonna put this on the side because I know I want to use that. The shopping list is just one that goes here. And I'm thinking of probably adding the red. Let's see here. And I really like the candy paper, but if you like the trees, add the trees. And since I'm not giving you guys magnets, I'm not using the magnets either. Okay, so I want to just do it without the magnets. But if you have magnets at home and you want to keep them shut, I don't mind the way they look like this. It's fine. Since I'm not sending magnets to you guys, if you guys purchase the kit from me. All right, I'm just adhering this one on top of this one. I like that little border that it creates. Plus, it also brings that red paper from the background, and you can add some photos here, create a cluster, add some journaling cards if that's what you want. You know, I will show you what I do with mine, and then you feel free to, go do whatever you want. No, feel free. All right, so I need to cut a strip for here. And then I also realized that I really love this pattern paper with the florals and the poinsettias and all the foliage. If you want to do the side, because it looks creamous, you can do that. Or if you want to do the stripes, you can also do that. Okay. For some reason, I don't know what side to do, to be honest, because I really love them. Let me decide what I'm gonna do here. So let's do this first. So, Hmm. You see, this is okay. Let's do this. Let's see. Or maybe, oh, gosh. Okay, I'm liking the floral pattern better. Okay. Oh, but I really like this pattern too. It's okay. Let's just take it down. That's always the fight. Which pattern paper do you want to see? And I'm hearing that like giving it a border. Like you see how it has two rows of polka dots? That's what I left. Okay. This is what it looks like now that we have adhered all the pattern paper. Let's cut a little strip for here. Oh, I think I already have that. It's this little polka dot one, but let's cut it to the same 3/8 like this one. Another paper, 3/8. There we go. All right. This is like a flow, like a 3-page. But this is part of the fourth one. But I love it when it opens, it just coordinates with everything. And on this side, we need another little strip here. Should we do the same stars or do you want to go Santa? Let's see here. All right. All right, guys, so we are back. I am going to now embellish my album, add a few other things, maybe tags. I do have this page um, that are usually a part of every collection for Doodlebug, and I love this. This is the Tinsel Time 8766 gift giving. And what I like to do is, let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's go ahead and trim this. They work great for journaling if you want to go ahead and hide some journaling. That's the way I like to use them. And since there is nothing in back of them, you can add photos, you can add journaling, you can add whatever you want to them. Make it fun. Remember that this is your mini album and you can do whatever you want with it, right? Okay, so now the struggle for me is I was trying to pick which one I want on the top, because what I do is score in the middle, so I create like a little flip page with them, right? So what you do is let's just try that. All right, I know I want the rainbow, and I do like this boot on the top, and I love the little scene. So this is where I'm struggling, because I want this too, and they're close to each other. So if I trim this, this won't happen. It's okay. Let's just do it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and score right here in the middle. And then you decide which way you want facing up. The Merry Christmas with the little snow globe or the rainbow. I feel like I want the rainbow up because I'm gonna go ahead and embellish the top of this. And then I love all the color that is adding, bringing all the colors together. Trim all those little corners, so it should be something like this, like that. See? But I am not sure yet where I want this. Do I want it here, or do I want it somewhere else? Okay. So I did that one. Let's get this little boot. Save this little tag. You can always add it to a pocket. Do something fun with it. So they're gonna be facing each other, so they open. So let me put this to a part right here, because I'm gonna go ahead and use those. All right, so the next part, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and create photo mats. You won't get additional paper for photo mats, just add your photos. Okay, so this is me just showing you the style that I'm going to be creating with this album. Okay. Let's see something. All right, so I'm gonna trim this photo mat at 6 1/4, and it's gonna be, so if you have a larger photo, like a 6x4 photo, you see, that would be nice right there. Or if you want it in here, that's also perfect. If you want to do, if you want to do 3x4 photos, let's go ahead and I'm gonna do 3x4. So just creating photo mats, okay, guys? There you go. So this is I think this is let's just check. I just got it. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So when you add your 3x4 photo, it leaves a nice little white trim all around. There you go. So here you can fit two 3x4 photos. Look at that nicely, right? You can choose to add a title in the middle or bring this up and create a nice little cluster at the bottom. That's also very fun. All right. I'm just trimming more of those 2.5. All right, with the 6x6 paper, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some matting papers. Okay, so let's say that I already have. Oh, I left my glue open too long. Let's say I already have my photos picked out and I'm backing up my. Oh, that's done. So let's just use. Hmm. There you go. That looks nice. I like that. Save the little scraps if you're doing the same thing that I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and just layer some papers. There you go. See? Um, and I love adding that extra layer of paper because it creates just a nice visual, like it cleans it up, right? Like it just looks really nice. For here, we can just go ahead and probably add a cluster in the middle or at the bottom. So we add our photos right here and then just create like a little cluster of embellishments down here. So let's start going through our embellishments, right? And this is 187 odds and ends pieces, guys. This is a lot. You're not going to need all of them for this project, but feel free to use the ones you want. I'll go ahead and pick through the ones that I'm using. Of course, I'm gonna show you the ones that I'm using. See, like I already like that this one has a little there. And since the photos are not going to be here, I can go ahead and add some foam adhesive so you can tuck the photos in. Ensure that the photos that you're choosing are more like upper, that you're not worrying about things blocking off, or once again, add the embellishments that you want, right? If you want something shorter, if that is too high for you, everything is pretty much big. Or remember that we also have the stickers and the mini icons, which are great to create little clusters. Okay. Okay. Let me go. I'm just gonna go ahead and pin this, you know, the usual thing that I do till I'm ready to adhere it. This one, I will go ahead and use a script, script, just a piece of scrap paper that we have been using. This is from the 4x6 paper pad. You see, what I like about this, it's not long enough. If it was 6x8, easily we can use that. Let me see the strips of papers that we left here. Okay, from the 3x4 photos, 3x4 cards, I do want these cards right here. And lately, I have been into creating little flip pages. Let me just show you what I'm doing so you can see. So it's the same thing that I do with the tags. Sometimes I remove them and I just add a little strip of different paper if I want to use both sides, but this time around I'm okay, you see? So when you have that larger photo, you also can add a smaller photo here. The pattern paper won't be facing the right way. That's not the fun part. But if you do have some cards that are like this, the paper should be facing the right way. But you can add some mats, so that doesn't matter, right? Or when you add your 3x4 photo on this, it will cover the pattern paper. Let me adhere that here. I like the May your days be merry and bright. That's cute. With the same Tinsel Time Festive Floral. I want to use the same pattern paper we used up here. I don't know. I'm liking this pattern paper a lot. All right, let's just frame this baby. There you go. This is a little strip of paper, but it makes a big difference, right? Hmm. You can add your nice little 4x6 photo. Here you can add a little, let's add a little journaling card, guys. Something that we can add a message to. See? That's like a hidden journaling, right? Let's adhere that here. There you go. This is where you can add little notes and just little messages from your holidays and what was your favorite thing to do during Christmas, or yeah. See, this is just the way we make album a little more unique. Let's adhere this now. I'm thinking of doing it at the bottom here. See, I still don't know what embellishments we are going to use here. Can we use the title Christmas Crew? You know, you take a picture of the whole family. That's fun. That's cute. Or maybe just have a picture right here. You see Christmas Cruise right here. Here. A family photo. We just have some picture of the Christmas tree. If we baked any Christmas, I'm not sure what acrylic words are gonna come. You will see at the beginning of the video which ones I showed you. I'm just flipping through everything, trying to see what I want for this album. Feel free to also work with the titles that you want. And remember that we also have the letters, the love letters. These are great to spell out the title words. What do you want? If you have some unique things like, game night. I know around the holidays we can play some games, watch movies. I do have titles here. We listen to our favorite holiday tunes. We have movie nights. I have the little wood pieces. These are all available in my shop, guys. All right. Okay. See, I already changed my mind about where I'm adding that. I'm going to add that here. That's what happens, guys. You move things around. So let's adhere that here. We don't need to spend too much time in right there. I do 4 photos. Maybe you can mirror or just do a larger photo here. Do some 2x2 photos here. This will be cute. Yeah, but let's go ahead and mat those on some paper, right? Let's go through our scraps. We have more scraps here. But we want a scrap that is large enough to fit all those little 2.5 by 2.5 strips, just in case I want it to look nice and cohesive. You think that would be nice? Let's see. Maybe we can do 2 and then 2 of a different color. Mismatch them. And these little cards are 2.5 by 2.5. So when you add your 2x2 photos that you print on a 4x6 card, photo card, you can just, they will have a nice little trim. Oh God. Let's see. There you go. Right there. I'm going to create a little embellishment cluster here at the bottom. Let's see here. All right, so this is going to be a different pattern paper. Let's use the Dare one. That will be fine. I'm just using my double-sided tape or my liquid glue to do this. The good thing about this double-sided tape is you can lift it. You know, once you use that liquid glue, that's permanent. That's like, okay, that's staying there. You're ripping your page apart. But this is it gives you a little more room to make mistakes. Or if you change your mind, you know, like I'm putting that down. Oh, I don't like it where it's at. I lift it up. You see? And that is the reason why I'm doing this with this. Just in case when I'm ready to add some photos, if I want to move them around, I can. There you go. There you go. Something like that. And then we can add a large photo here, right? Hopefully my desk is not looking too messy, guys. I have paper all over. Oh, I like this. This is so cute. Shoot. 2 hours. Who waits 2 hours for a date to show up, guys? That's a long time. I'm here listening to something in my ear. Would you wait 2 hours for a date to show up? Mm-mm. That's a long time. All right, I like this. I'm gonna go ahead and add that on foam adhesive. This is the little Santa Claus going down the fireplace, chimney. I don't know. What do you call that? Santa Claus sneaking in, dropping gifts off. There you go. So you can, oh, that's cute. You can add a photo up here. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little cluster right here too. Just getting some of that foam adhesive. I will be adding foam adhesive to everything because I don't have any photos, just to give the layers so you can just tuck things in. See, this is cute. Let's see here. There you go. Let's open that these are the mini icons. It comes with 3 different sheets and they're great to all right. You know, guys, I know the trees are not facing the right way, but for some reason I'm liking the way it's looking, so I'll go ahead and do that. I love the way it looks, like a colorful. Just go ahead and set that down and then trim it with my paper trimmer, my scoreboard, my favorite paper trimmer. There you go. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and add that here. That's cute. Let's adhere that. I know for sure this is where this photo is going, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use liquid glue to adhere that. Okay. And then with this, let's adhere the other photo here. Guys, I'm a messy crafter. I'm trying my best to keep my desk clean so it doesn't distract you guys, at least where you guys are, so you guys can see better my project. I've been trying to get things out of the way when I'm crafting. There you go. We're gonna add something here. I'm just going through my acrylic pieces to see what I want in there. I'm trying to make it as neutral as possible so it fits all of us, you know. And then if we want to switch the words when we get the kit, or if you get the kit from me, I would love it. Thank you so much. I do have like not a lot, it's just a few, a handful of them. I really truly appreciate that. All right, I'm gonna add this little cute, or maybe just like a little house. Let's see, a little house here, right? Is there like a little house? Or what about this? A little gift sleigh? Yeah, let's do that. Also, it's going to be on foam adhesive. There you go. So I love the way the spread is looking. You see? That's cute. And white. Let me move over here. And then I'll go back to those cards, right? These are for two larger photos. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh gosh, I just heard something funny. My kids and my husband. There's something else. Okay. What if we do Christmas tree here? What if we cut a card that is long enough for it to hold the photo and also that word so it pops? You know, Christmas tree, and then add your Christmas tree photo in the bottom. Let's go ahead. That's going to be one of the words. So you can document your Christmas tree, right? It's going to start getting chunky because I am adding foam adhesive, but the good thing is the spine is 1/2 of an inch, so that doesn't bother. And this acrylic words are only 1/8 of an inch, so 1/8 of an inch. All right, let me do a little more matte. It looks a little cleaner too when I'm showing you guys my photo mats where they're going. I need to for here. I'm gonna go ahead and trim those. Let's go ahead and trim that at, what was that at? 4 1/4, 4.5. Was it quarter? I did quarter, right? 3 1/4, 3 1/4. All right. What if we do the work home for the holidays, guys? Right here. That's cute, right? Are you the type of, family that takes Christmas PJ pictures? That's cute too. But I think I prefer the home for the holidays here. All right, let's continue matting this stuff. It's gonna be nice embellished. I'm using that green pattern paper to mat this. All right. Oh, I love the way that looks here with the green paper. See, when you get decorating and moving papers around, that's where you get to see what you want, where you wanted, how you wanted. Oh, I do like that Christmas tree here. Let's just add a little. You see, guys, the thing is with the words, since I don't have my photo yet, I don't want to go ahead and add it. Or if I adhere the bottom only, I can still be able to slip a photo in there. There you go. That's so cute. Okay, let's add that here. I love this holiday traditions word too. That can go in the front, right, guys? See, I have a lot of acrylic words. I don't know which all I'm gonna go ahead and include to this kit. Okay, just placing that right here. Oh, let's add there you go. Add a photo here. Okay. And remember, guys, you have love letters. You can spell things out too. If you end up using the titles for something differently. And I'd like to use some of the super gel, like super glue, not regular glue, not double-sided tape. The super glue, once you're sure that's where it wants to, where you want to add it, it won't move, it won't budge, it would stay right there for forever. So ensure that you're adding your photos first before you go ahead and add that word, okay? What about this cute little Christmas tree sticker? So cute. And what about a little gift? Because we have little Christmas gifts underneath the Christmas tree, even though that Christmas gift is pretty much as large as the tree. There you go. And then what if we add this little Santa face right here in the corner? I love that. And yes, I'm adding some foam adhesive. There you go. So cute. There you go. And then when you add your photos, complete with enamel dots. Oh shoot, I just realized that I used the papers for here over here, which is okay. What if we do you guys want to do two like this? Two, 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 so it's four, so you can add more photos? Or are you okay with larger ones? Those are the questions that you should be asking yourself. Okay. Let's add the word holiday traditions right here. Oh, I need to peel the back of this. Holiday traditions. That looks cute. I'm just gonna go ahead and add glue to the bottom one, just in case if I do need to slide something here, I can. There you go. There you go. I really love this little Santa card. Can I add it right here? Or right here? There you go. Like that. I just want to ensure that you can still read the word. There you go. Let me add a little foam adhesive underneath that little card so it's lifted. There you go. Holiday traditions with a little cute Santa right there. Journaling, a photo. You can still slide something underneath it. It's just adhere at the bottom. A card here. Here, let's see what we do, guys. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna add some flip cards on a flip card. Or maybe I can add it in the back, right? Or maybe in here. Let's see where it would look good. So let's cut these cards. Ooh, this baby is getting chunky. And you still have a lot of embellishments left over. So I hope that, okay, let's see that here. Okay, where's the card? Let's see this card. Oh, this is perfect for me. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add some glue. We're gonna just have some fun. Flip that. There you go. There you go. So it's gonna be flipping like this. So for this, you're gonna need a paper that is 3 1/4 by, let's open this baby up. Oh, I love it when it folds. 8 1/2. And you score at 4 1/4. Yeah. Let's see. Do we have another scrap? We do. 3 1/4, right? Let's just do this. There you go. 8 1/2. Score at 4 1/4. Let's just flip. Okay, so if that one's opening this way, maybe this one can open this way, right? Right and left, left to right. And maybe we can add the happy, and in here you can add 1, 2, 3, 4 photos. You see? We can add the happy holidays. We also have You're So Sweet. Here comes Santa Claus, sending warm wishes. Do we have more cards? We also have this one that is a little more plain. You can add your own words, thing to it. Let's see. Let's trim them and see. I can add that one, it's fine. Or if you want to add the mug, all the Santas. There you go. So one opens from right to left and then left to right. And let's see where we're gonna add that. That's the fun part, right? Do we want it here? This one is already flipping up. Or right here. I want it up here. It's okay. Okay. There you go. Oh, this is cute, guys. What if we add that there Santa card here? If you also wanted to add a packet here, you can. I just want to go ahead and add this straight to the base of the album. There you go. All right. Bam, bam, bam. That looks good. What do you guys think so far? I have not checked in with you guys. Are you guys even here? I know. I'm not sure if you guys watch all my videos full length. So are you guys here checking in, seeing what's happening? Merry Christmas. What if Merry Christmas goes in the back? Yes, that's what I want. There's Santa and Merry Christmas cards. Hey guys. Ay. There you go. It's looking nice, guys. It's looking almost done, right? And you still have a lot of embellishments. This is just me doing like the plain stuff, the flips, the tags, the fun things, right? We still need more photo mats. So it's a 3 1/4. 4 1/4. Quarter. What is this? Photos right here. All right. 4 1/4. 4 1/4. There you go. Plus 4, 6. There you go. 6. 6. Okay. I'm gonna put those here. I'm gonna use the leftover from the paper Jolly Old Saint Nick to mat this ones here. done. I need to get back my big roller. It's been in the garage for since I moved here, and I have not been through those boxes, guys, since I moved here. There you go. It's a good time coming. All right. Let's go ahead and trim those. And we're gonna decorate the cover next, okay? Oh no, that's too much on this side here. There we go. There you go. Let's see. Oh, what is that? It's like a mat. All right, let's flip it up. Ooh, that's cute. Oh, when I added the matte paper, it covered the other one, but let's put this here so we can, oops, my little tool. It's my favorite stylus. There we go. Then add another one here. What is this? See, guys, this is gonna hold a lot of photos. What if we put a little Christmas tree right there, or not a Christmas tree, something different? A little piece of foam adhesive for height, so we can just go ahead and tuck those photos in there when we're ready, right? So it looks like that. 4 3x4s. You have 2 3x4s and another 4x6 large. Some journaling. You can do journaling here too. If you want to, you can add some tags right here too. Oh, that's cute. There you go. You see? Is that too much for you guys? We can leave it alone. Just attach it here together. Photo mat, right? like some right here. Just gonna get some of that glue, that gel glue. This is not going anywhere unless you tear it off. Just hold it there for a couple of seconds. I like to blow on it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and open the pages up since they have so many layers. There you go. And I'm gonna continue with the mini icons, but remember you also have this sheet and everything, but I want to add some mini icons since I don't have my photo yet. Okay, a little Santa right there, some snowflakes. All right, so that's so cute. Okay, let's add some embellishments here. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, the home for holidays is going right there on top of that little Santa, and he's going on foam adhesive because we want to ensure that we have space for that photo that's coming in here. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this. Usually I use like a little pokey tool like this, and that just lifts up the backing. But when I send the words out to you guys, I usually peel them all. But if you receive one word that is ever, if I missed it, just peel it. Take your time peeling it. Okay, and it's really easy. There you go. See? Let's add some super glue. Let me blow here. Let's blow. Okay. Home for the holidays, and then you have all the photos here. Home for the holidays. Let's create something. A little cluster right here. Santa's already coming out there. What if I add a little house right here, guys? Would you guys like that? All right, let's go to the front. Ooh, this is chunky, guys. If you want the spine to be a little thicker than this, you should. All those words made it really chunky. So 1, 2, plus the foam adhesive. 3, 4, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our, I am thinking of doing the word festive in the front. All right, that's the word. It's gonna be up here. Let me open this up. I want it like a little straight. There you go. Let's see. There you go. And then remember that circle that we trimmed a couple, well, I don't know how long this video is. Let me check to see if it's still filming. It is still filming. Oh gosh. All right, so I have this little tool right here. I'm gonna go ahead and stretch the edges on this white paper. I'm feeling doing this. Not sure why. I have not done it nowhere else but here. I just think that something with snow and the snow background, and then the paper looking like, you know, like fuzzy snow. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. It's just gonna be the white background. It's not gonna be the red part. Okay. All right, go. All right. And if you don't like it distress, don't do it. It's perfectly fine. Now remember, the circle is 4.5. And this is 5 inches, right? I think I cut that with you guys here. The word festive is gonna go here at the bottom. So with this kit, you're getting 5 words. And the love letters that you can spell things out yourself. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my cute little circle here. I'm gonna create a little scene on top of this. It's cute. All right. There you go. Add a little tree here. You know what? Let's add some foam adhesive. Let's pop them up. Add a little tree underneath that tree. And then add another little tree underneath, on top. And then a little snowman. And then can we do the little cup? Oh, what do you think? Oh, you freaking Sheldon. All right. Mug on top of that Christmas tree. And then let's finish it off with some enamel dots. Yeah, enamel dots or snowflakes, guys. See some of the little enamel dots. Okay, so this is it, guys. So this Christmas tree came from the ephemera, the odds and ends. The snowman from the odds and ends. This is a little snowflake from the little mini icons. And this is a doodle pop with enamel dots and the word festive that you will get. And oh, it's so cute. I love it. Okay. I am adding more foam adhesive, even though it's already chunky. No, here at the bottom. Okay. Oh, I need something here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this little snow globe directly on here. And then outside that snow globe, I want to go ahead and add this little cutie pie. All right, this is gonna be out here in the middle, so you can slide your photos in there, okay, guys? That one comes from the odds and ends. Can I add some little ornaments to the corner? Excuse me, guys. There you go. Just layering them up. I'm just gonna be sprinkling little things from the mini icons. You still have the full sheet, you see? You guys are gonna have a lot left over when it comes to icons, stickers. So you guys can use papers that you have in your stash to use more stuff. Okay. And also more paper. Because I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be matting all this. This is just the way I did it. This part is where you guys can do whatever you want. Doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's gonna be doing it the same way. So see. Ooh. What if okay, I really want the little stockings dangling right here, but when I add my photos, I'm gonna wait for that. I have more ornaments. This is so cute. I really like the ornaments, guys. A little candy cane at the corner. Ooh. The queen of adding embellishments, guys. I'm gonna find a little corner to add it. If something is missing, I'm gonna add it. Okay, something here. What about those little stockings? Do you think they can fit there? I don't have to worry about that if they're like smaller. Oh, they're so cute, guys. They're so cute, but they're a little too big. Two little snowflakes. All right, guys. So, hello, snowman. What did I do with you? Oh, you have a big one here, but you can add a little one there if you want to, or right here. If that's too much, don't add him there then. If that, I added it on top of that card. All right, guys. So we are done. Complete with your enamel dots. When you're done too, you're gonna have a lot enamel dots. You also have more mini brads. All right. And the 6x6 paper pad still has a lot too. We can make some fun things. And this album is nice and chunked. I'm not sure if you're gonna be adding as much foam adhesive. If you don't, that is good. But for me, I added a lot. Okay. So yeah. So we are done with the mini album. This is what it looks like. It is a chunky baby. It has place for many photos. Here we did the festive acrylic chunky glitter word. Create a little circular cluster here. Inside here you have Dear Santa. Here you can have 3x4 photos. That's a lot with the little 3x4 mattings. When you flip that up, you have two. We added a little embellishment here. You can also add a little large photo plus some journaling about your holiday traditions. And when you go over, so this is all just on the first page, just the front page. So you can have, that's what, 2, 4, 6, 7 photos just in the first page. Okay, when you flip over, I have added this little clip here. I'm still not sure if I will be adding those to the kit. We'll see. But they're very cute. I love adding those little paper clips to hold things. Like, let's say you have some journaling cards or something you want to hold. Or if you want to add it, give it to someone that loves reading as a bookmark. They're great for mini albums. So that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 photos already. See? So here you can add 2 3x4s. On the covers, you can add 2 2x2s in both flips, and a 3x4, 3x4, and a 4x6. And everything here is on foam adhesive. If you saw me here adding the foam home for the holidays embellishment acrylic, you will get, of course, the festive acrylic word, holiday traditions, home for the holidays. You will also get the Christmas tree and photo, family photo. Okay, so yeah, so this is the middle part. Well, this is still this first page inside the first page. Okay, and I think it looks so nice. So many spaces for photos and just fun. Here you can add 4 by 4 photos. You can choose to add larger photos too. That is your choice. And remember that we also have, let me see here. I went ahead and gathered all my scraps together. We also had all the stickers left over. We have all these words that you can add little titles. Just be creative with what you want to write there. Okay. And I just added a few embellishments so it looks cute. But when I'm ready to add the photos, that would be all done. Here, you can add a large 4x6 photo, and you can tuck that in because I didn't adhere this. You see, you can slide that in just gently. I added a little Christmas tree with some gifts, Christmas tree, a Santa, and some ornaments. And then in here, you can also add larger photos. I added those little stockings, snowflakes, and family photo with a little Santa. And this is Merry Christmas journaling card. You remember when I trimmed, I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and edit that out since this is a long video, guys, a lot of content. If you want to, what I did here was the little cards. You can adhere those here, so you can add more little things inside of this, maybe photos, and just place them next to the journaling card. That is another option. Okay, if you want to add a pocket here, you can do that. That's just up to you how you want to embellish this album. I just wanted to show you what I did, with the embellishments that we have in the kit. I would love for you to support me, and I only have a handful of them that should be available, and we can ship them out right away. Okay, thank you guys. Bye. Thank you so much.